They're
Yeah, man. So this document, well, let's see. I want to play this. I want to make sure that I don't get a strike. I'm trying to think. All right, I'm gonna play it like this. This is Malcolm Nance, who was actually in Ukraine, and I want to play this. Let me see if you guys can hear it. Can you guys hear this? Yeah, let me put it up here and let you guys hear this.
Well, right now I'm in the western city of Lviv, and it's significant because this is where most of the SE staffs and the dependents who have not evacuated the country have been moved to from the city, the capital of Kyiv.
Ben, if you want to hang up and call back, you sure can, man. I'm not trying to hold you.
Moving to the west are the evacuation routes.
If I have to, I will, but I don't have to. But if you want me to go, I'll go.
Nah, you good.
It's about 50 miles
I
from
didn't
the
hear you.
Polish.
What was that?
I said you good, bro. You good.
For them to
Okay,
continue
all right,
evacuating further to the city of Lublin or Krakow, and that's why most people are here.
Dude, they're
I'm actually
surrounded,
here to
bro.
evaluate, the evacuation routes between here, the city of Ivano-Frankivsk, and Kiev right now.
Can you give us a sense of what those evacuation rates, what type of timeline we are looking at now, Malcolm?
Yeah, so basically what he's saying is there's a grip ton of mud that's all through basically like this. Putin can go all the way to Kyiv, but he's gonna take a lot of casualties. Yo, what up, Sterling? He's gonna have a lot of casualties. By the time you get them tanks all the way over to Kyiv, because he's saying there's a lot of mud in the ground right now. Malcolm Nance, he's there, right? And he's basically saying that Ukraine, although they're outmatched, they got gunners, they got riders, they got technology, they will use it. So Russia ultimately will win. And then they said, okay, you have 150,000 troops or whatever. Malcolm Nance said, a lot of that is logistics. A lot of that is, you know what I'm saying, hospitals and, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. In terms of actual, like, frontline killers, the number is much, much smaller.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds about right to me.
The thing here, certainly in U.S. media, national media, is the one that's not really reported on. And that is the fact that Ukraine has a 250,000 men and women in the armed forces of Ukraine. Many of them are stationed down in where that report from Sky News, where I was the other day in Avdiivka, down in the Donbass region near the city of Donetsk. Or Luhansk or Crimea.
Whoa, that's a big gun right there. That's a big gun. What is that?
Not watching right now.
Okay, that looks like some sort of surface to air missile or something, man. This is a big joint, dog. This is like a javelin. Oh, that's a javelin. This shit is. Oh yeah, you're driving. Yeah, this shit is sitting on my dude's shoulder. This thing looks major.
Oh yeah. I think those are javelins. So that's good that they have them. I imagine one fuck you like farmer dude just taking out a whole ass tank. Think about the disproportionate loss between, like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
It'd be like taking out a fighter plane with like a pebble from a slingshot.
Damn. Yo, man, it's wild though, because in normal times, like, we basically lived through unprecedented peace recently, because this kind of shit is very normal throughout human history. Like, I read historical books and I hear this shit all the time. You know what I mean? Especially border countries and border cities and nation states, because people, like, empires are always trying to grow, expand, and sometimes they retreat or whatever. And we have not seen in my lifetime. I'm 40 some years old. Have we seen another country straight up invade and take a capital of another city, of another country? Has that happened in the last 40 years?
Geopolitics is not my bag, but I'm trying to think.
You see, Iraq, no, we didn't take over Iraq. We just went in there and bombed it, and then we tried to give the people, same thing with Afghanistan. We didn't really try to take it over. It didn't turn into America. You know what I'm saying? Like, we understand they're about to walk up into Kyiv, which is Ukraine, and they're basically going to get rid of Ukraine. That shit is going to be Russia. That shit is going to be Russia. It's crazy.
The only thing I can think of is the land dispute between China and India. That's it. That's all I can think of.
Got you. Wow, man. So welcome one, welcome all. I'm on many different platforms right now. I'm on the Caffeine, the Twitch, the YouTube, and the Facebook. So we're talking about this news that's going on. You know what I'm saying? As I watch the news, I can't believe station. This is absolutely pandemonium. Vladimir Putin is either a mastermind or he's insane. But whatever it is, man, he going for the gusto. When this whole thing is said and done, Pel Ben, let me ask you this. When this whole thing is said and done, A, how long will it take? And then B, how many casualties will end of this thing?
I have no idea. I have no clue. There's this, there's the fog of war. You don't know. A plan is a plan, so you get punched in the face kind of thing.
Tyson.
How many casualties? This will never end. I don't think, well, first of all, why was the Taliban so, I'm going to keep on comparing the Ukrainian people to the Taliban, because that's essentially what's going to be fighting against Russia once they take over the country, which I view as inevitable. The nationalism, so here's what I think is going to happen. They're going to put up a good fight through regular military, all right, you got a commander, you got a sergeant, everybody's talking on telephone, and we have supply lines and shit, and they're going to make pretend that they have a military for a little bit, and then they're going to get rocked, and then after that, Russia is going to take over, and then all that's going to be left is the ultra nationalists that's blood and soil, this land is for the Ukrainian people, and that's essentially the Taliban. They're going to be terrorist groups, always bombing, supply lines, guerrilla warfare.
Wow.
And I don't think you're ever going to get rid of that.
Wow.
From the Ukrainian people. And that's why I keep on comparing the Ukrainian people to the Taliban. Thinking that this will end, I think is naive. Trying to get a death count also assumes it will end. I don't think it will. They have literal Nazis in Ukraine, and Nazis are nationalists. And, people think that I use Nazis too much, and that's true. That is true. That is absolutely true, because I hate these people irrationally, even though I know the correct term to use. But these people, they have the SS tattooed on their neck. They have the Nazi symbolism. They are doing the Nazi salute. They're legit Nazis.
Wow.
And because of that, they are highly motivated, and they will never stop, just like the Taliban. Your question was, how long will it take?
Yeah.
I don't know. Honest to God, I don't know.
Yeah. Damn.
I think it'll last longer than weeks, but less than half a year.
Wow.
But that is based off of almost nothing, because I'm just learning about this shit.
I want to play a little more. 1 second.
Western country with a very, very large economy, a very large population, 42 million people. And the problem Russia has with them is they want to be a Western European democracy. They do not want to be under the yoke of Vladimir Putin. And
you hear that? You hear that? So basically, Kyiv is, 40 million people? It's 40 million people?
Landing in Odessa.
So it is 40.
That might be all of Ukraine. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, But what he's basically what he's saying is he's saying Kyiv is too big for them to is he, maybe Ukraine. Yeah, one of them he's saying is absolutely too big for it to be taken over. This is gonna be, it's just too hard. Unbelievable. Yo, what up, Shogun? Yo, Putin, he basically like, you understand, like he's trying to what is it called? Do diplomacy, right? He's trying to do diplomacy, but what he's asking for is not rational, right? He know, like it's almost like, all right, I'm negotiating with Taco Bell. Hey man, before I want to buy your taco, but I need you to give me $1 million. That's never gonna happen, brother. You know what I'm saying? And so the stuff that Putin is asking for, it's almost like he wants the war. You know? So and then another thing too is, a lot of people say, oh, Putin is pump faking. Putin is pump faking. He's just gonna do this to keep Zelensky in fear, so he can't govern, and keep Ukraine off kilter, and make sure he's in the news and help with his negotiations. I'm like, nah, he went too far. He's gone too far to go back. He's going too far to go back. Like, yeah. He put too many people in position, you know? Like, who can take him seriously next time type shit, you know?
Yeah. The problem is not the people. The problem is the infrastructure. You don't build field hospitals as a joke or, like, make pretend.
Yeah, that's
right. You don't build bridges for tanks to roll over, like rivers, as like an idle threat. They're just raw dog getting ready for war. We're already seeing them manufacture the consent by blowing up oil lines, saying like, oh, the Ukrainians did it, now we got to go in, like I talked about. I think a thing to think about is like, oh, what can we do as like you and me, Ali, and like the people listening? Not much. Pretty much the only thing that we can do is if Biden says, oh, we're going in, boots on the ground, like get on the streets and protest.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it. And when I say that and I sound defeated, I'm not joking. Like, I might just do that on my days off. But, like, what are we going to do? Would they listen to us? I don't know.
Wow.
Got to do something, though, because you can't just do nothing at that point. I don't think that's...
I mean, do you feel that Biden is doing enough?
I think Biden's doing absolutely perfectly in this situation.
Oh.
I think all of NATO is making absolutely every single inch that they're stepping is the correct move.
Okay.
This is all on Russia. We are doing nothing wrong. Ukraine is doing nothing wrong. This is 100% on Russia. If Russia pulls back, there's nothing wrong going on here.
No wrongdoing,
you know what I mean?
huh? Uh-huh. You there? Yo, Ben.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, yeah. The phone went out. Finish what you were saying.
Oh, shit. What was the last thing you heard?
Basically, we're doing perfect.
Yeah, like, from our perspective, we're doing everything absolutely perfect. We're making it as painful as possible if they decide to do what they're doing. This is all on Russia, 100% on Russia. If Russia pulls back, there'd be no problem. Be zero problem. All the problems are coming from Russia wanting to invade Ukraine.
Is sanctions
enough?
All
the problems are... Do I think this is enough?
Yes.
It's all up to Russia.
Yeah.
It's all up to Russia. Like, yeah, I can tell someone not to eat, like, motor oil all day. I can explain to them, like, how it's going to fuck up their liver. And, you know, like, I could go blue in the face using facts and logic. I could say, oh, your family loves you, but I can't stop them.
That's right. All right. Let me do this, man. Let me I'm gonna read this, man. Let me let you go. Feel free to call back, you know what I'm saying, in 15-20 minutes, man, if you want to, okay?
All right.
All right, appreciate it, brother. Thank you for the phone call, man. All right, so this right here is Putin's military options, Putin's likely course of action in Ukraine. Let's check this thing out. This thing is crazy. All right, man, we're talking about real deal warfare, guys. We're talking about big boy war. We're talking about casualties. We're talking about making moves. You feel me? A nation about how it really goes down out here. You know what I'm saying? Tough decisions, man. Man, why is this thing so like? Why is it not loading? Let me refresh it. Oh, there we go. Is Vladimir Putin crazy or what? Is this motherfucker crazy? Yo, what's taking this thing so long, man? All right, so this is okay, table of contents. All right, it says full-scale invasion. Russia's plan, the likely Ukrainian initial response to full-scale invasion. Ooh, I want to read that. How likely following initial invasion? Oof. Oh, so let's get to that. Okay, course of action for a full invasion of Ukraine. You see that? Deploy forces to Belarus. And then it says overt deployment to Donbass. Wow. This shit is for real, y'all. Let's go to page 10. Yeah, he's thugging right now, dog. He's thugging it right now, bro. The Russian military is clearly creating the option to invade Ukraine along multiple axes simultaneously and reportedly has a plan to do so later this winter. Yo, he's been putting this shit into play for a long time. CJ Singh says Putin daring. Putin's doing what's right for his country and not submitting to the West. All right. It says we assess that he would have not executed the leaked plan and that a full-scale invasion of unoccupied Ukraine was highly unlikely even before the summit with United States President Joe Biden. We assess that Putin is far more likely to use the threat of massive invasion that Russian deployments, mobilization, and reported plans have created to advance ongoing Russian lines of effort in while Ukraine is extracting concessions from the West. So they're saying they're saying that this is possibly all for diplomacy and you know what I'm saying, negotiating. Man, that was good. All right. I don't know, though, man. This report also considers in detail various subcomponents overall invasion plan and the likelihood that Putin might execute one or more of these components. Full-scale invasion. Yo, shout out to everybody that's here, man. Shout out if you're on Facebook, go ahead and leave a comment. If you're on YouTube, do the same. If you're on Twitch, do the same. Everybody on Caffeine, salute to you guys, man. All right. The Russian plan. Numerous media stories have presented summaries, sometimes detailed, of the plan of the invasion United States intelligence reported obtained clandestinely. The plan is straightforward as presented. Russian forces based in Crimea and Donbass begin attacks on southern Ukraine, likely with the intention of drawing Ukrainian forces there. Russian mechanized forces then strike towards and encircle key cities such as Kharkiv, Dnipro, and Kyiv. God. One report in German media suggests that the Russians intend to cut off power and other essential services to those surrounding cities to force their capitulation within a few weeks. Damn. Wow. So they're talking about cutting the power to civilian cities? Or are they talking about to Ukrainian armed forces? It says most reports of the plan depict Russian forces stopping largely along the lines of that river. with two notable exceptions. The Russians apparently plan to also seize Odessa and the entire Ukrainian coastline. That's where the money is. That's where the money is. You know what I mean? That coastline. Reports of this plan, along with commentary by Russian analysis, suggest that Putin might not attempt to conquer Western Ukraine, where anti-Russian sentiment is highest and large-scale insurgency is most likely to result from an invasion. So basically the people is like, yo, we pick up the hammers and we'll get it cracking. Insurgency, dog. That's like guerrilla urban warfare, if I'm not mistaken. Wow. Unbelievable. The bulk of invading forces would be Russian forces already stationed at permanent garrisons in Crimea. Forces around Rostov and Donbas, forces from bases in other countries along northern Ukrainian border. Airborne troops that can rapidly deploy as many bases as Russia at short notice. So we're talking about air coming in from the air. So they're already talking about ground troops and the Air Force. Wow, I mean, hold on, let me get some water. Wow. Yeah, they talking about real life war, dog. Yeah. They talking about real life war, dog. Of course. This shit is not a joke. Let's see what the Twitch people is doing. Shout out to all the Twitch people. Hey, yo. Shout out to the YouTube people. I see you. Hold on one sec. Yep, I know. That's what I'm trying to see. Yep, I know that. And Vladimir Putin, what you think? This nigga Vladimir Putin, bro. This nigga not playing around. I definitely fear for my child's generation. Wow. Have no fear. Have no fear. All this stuff happens in humanity. You know what I'm saying? Us as humans, we've seen this millions and millions of times. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. Always just stay on the side of good. Stay on the side of light. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Raise your child with love. You know what I'm saying? Love is the ultimate. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, love is like, you know what I'm saying? The ultimate winning combination out in this piece. You know what I mean? Let's see. Many of these units are likely not fully manned in peacetime, as the Russian military still relies on conscription to fill out its ranks. I don't know what conscription means. I'm pretty sure my nigga Sterling knows. What does conscription mean? I'm sure Pale Ben knows too. Uh-oh. Okay, Google. Definition of conscription. Compulsory enlistment for state services, typically into the armed forces. So it's like a draft, I guess, huh? Like a draft. The seizure of Kyiv poses the most significant military challenge in this plan. You guys see where I'm at? Let me make it a little faster. Women and children are allowed to evacuate. Military-aged men is forced to basically fight. Yo, how do you guys feel about Zelensky staying in the country? If you were Zelensky, what would you do? So, for those that don't know, Zelensky is the president of Ukraine. You know what I'm saying? He's a president. He was the last president that won via election. Right now, his country is surrounded by the ops. And if they come in there, they're liable to kill this man or definitely put him in jail. Lock him up. You know what I'm saying? That's how they do those things. What would you do, man? At first, he was mad that Joe Biden was telling people it's about to go down. He was like, Joe Biden, you're making it hard for me to govern. I don't want people to panic. Joe Biden is like, nigga, I gotta tell people what's going on because Russia will do false flags and all kind of weird shit. He said, And so Zelensky's mad, but now Zelensky, he get it. He's like, all right, dude, fuck it. I'm about to, like, yo, imagine being Zelensky. Dude, like, you're the president, and they're about to come in your country on your watch, dog. On your watch. Your country will come to an end. It's crazy. Crazy. Zelensky, man. He left town to do to have basically peace talks with the United Nations. And then a lot of people was mad, like, hey, bro, how could you leave Ukraine, bro? But America is saying, bro, you better get your ass out of Ukraine. That's what America's telling him. Like, bro, you better get out of Ukraine, bro, because nigga, Russia is coming, dog. They're gonna come for you, man. Sorry about that, guys. Man. All right, I didn't have breakfast. Anyway, most of the city, including the presidential palace and the parliament, is on the right bank, the west side of the Dnieper River, and west of Russia's border with Belarus. Encircling it would require getting large numbers of mechanized forces across the river and supplying them despite likely Ukrainian attempts to destroy necessary bridges and otherwise disrupt Russian logistics. All right, so basically, you're the president of Ukraine. You know Russia is gonna come. They're gonna use the bridges and stuff like that. So what you should do? Bomb the bridges. Right? Make it hard for them to execute their plan, even if it means destroying your own nation. You know what I'm saying? This is war, y'all. This is real war. The river itself is wide and flows in several channels through the city. A large hydroelectric dam roughly 4 miles north of the city has created a large lake and a wide marshy area that runs all the way to the Belarusian border. Attacking forces coming only from Russian territory would likely have to either seize and then defend the bridges within Kyiv itself or conduct oppose river crossings using their own bridge equipment in urban environment. So it makes it very difficult. They could instead attempt to cross downstream of Kyiv and then drive north to encircle it. The next bridge is about 60 miles southeast of the city, and the river remains wide and difficult to bridge, especially if the crossing is opposed for most of that distance. The most attractive military option for pursuing this undertaking would therefore have Russian forces coming from southeastern Belarus along the right bank of the Dnieper River, with logistic lines running to Belarus and then back to Russia. Let me do it like this so you guys can see. There we go. Russia, Russia, Russia. Russia, are you listening? As Donald Trump say, Russia, are you listening? Oh, it's new. It says 48 cities and towns in Ukraine just had their water supply cut. Holy shit. Holy shit. There it is. Oh my God. Oh, you're welcome, brother. You're welcome, man. Wow, yeah, this is breaking news, man, because we basically talking about war. We about to see a whole nation about to get ran up on. Like, I don't think we've seen anything like that in our lifetime. All right, let me get my logistics straight over here because I'm on a lot of platforms right now. Hold on. Let's check this thing out. Let's see how everybody's doing real quick. Cause let's see. All right, so what is this called? My Twitch is good. Remember, I'm a one-man show, so all right, my Twitch is good. All right, let's see the Facebook. Oh, let me check on my phone. The Facebook is good. Missed a couple of comments. That's fine. And then YouTube. See how YouTube is doing. And you guys ever watch Soft White Underbelly? Yeah, it's definitely going down, bro. It's definitely going down, bro. Like, all the way, bro. It's like, the question is how many people are gonna die? Okay, it says Yeager, this show is perfectly shows the ignorance of the American general public. This is provoked by the United States entirely. Russia is defending its border. Oh, okay. So this is provoked by the United States. How is this provoked by the United States when there's 150,000 troops surrounding Ukraine? Bro, you watching Russian state media, dog. You high off of Russian state media, dog. American propaganda? What the fuck are you talking about? Come on, bro. What you talking about? Anyway. The most attractive, okay. So, a mechanized drive for the southern Belarus towards Kyiv faces two obstacles. Southern reaches the marshes and Chernobyl. Guys, Chernobyl is, yo, that's where they did the bomb Chernobyl. So that whole land over there is all like scarred and tarred because that's where they dropped the bomb, Chernobyl. The marshes can be difficult, in some places impossible, for mechanized forces to traverse when wet. But they also freeze solid in the winter, and that part of it still radioactive. That's right, Toy Supra. That freezing may partly explain the reports that plan is set for execution in late January or early February. Chernobyl is also a manageable obstacle for Russian troops. Russian forces, like most, where am I? Forget where I'm at. Like most modern militaries are equipped and trained to operate in environments contaminated by nuclear, radiological, chemical, and biological weapons. The Russians have emphasized such training in their exercises for years. They can reasonably expect to move through Chernobyl region without serious risk or loss. This is where I'm at. So basically, Russia is ready for this shit. What you thought? What's crazy is on YouTube, as the guy said, he goes, This show perfectly shows the ignorance of the American general public. This is provoked by the United States entirely. Russia is just defending its border. That's a bot. That gotta be a bot. Anybody knows that, like, you go on Google Images and see 150,000 troops surrounding Kyiv or you know what I'm saying, Ukraine. The Russian military could also mitigate these problems by moving its base of attack in Belarus further west. So they're already, what's up, Tulu? So they're already talking about air travel, coming through air, through the river, over the dam. Western descriptions of the plan do not describe an independent air component. It's crazy how we have so much intelligence inside Russia that we know, like, their plan of attack. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. The Russian military would surely seek to ground and destroy the Ukrainian Air Force, in particular the Turkish TB2 drones that wreak havoc on Armenian armed formations in the hands of Azerbaijans during a crisis in the fall of 2020. Yeah, reading The Art of War. The Russian Air Force could attempt the decapitation strikes to kill Zelensky. Damn. Yo, no, real shit, guys. Real shit, though. What would you do if you're Zelensky? What would you do? Would you stay and fight? Would you run? Would you show your people that, like, nah, ain't no tucking my tail? What would you do, man? What? Yo, and also, Pale Ben, what you think? Yo, if Russia gets their hands on Zelensky, what you think they're gonna do to him? Real shit. Like, real shit. What you think Russia would do to him? Yeah, we can see footprints in the snow. That's right, dog. Like, come on. Like, the technology is just too crazy. It's public information at this point. Gotta go down with the ship, man. That nigga Zelensky is like, what? He's like 30-some years old. They coming for you, dog. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This one also talked about. Well, I have another article that's talking about Russia is already ready to assassinate people. They already got their list. They already know. They already know who's the agitators and everything. There's like some influencers and shit. There's people that they want to kill, dog. And here's another thing. When Russia takes over this particular country, the biggest thing that they're going to shut down is freedom of speech. That shit's about to get shut down. Matter of fact, let's do this. Let's take a look, man. Let's take a look at our the people in Ukraine. Watch this. I'm going to show this to you guys, man. Let's humanize these people. Let's humanize these people. You know? And remember, we're talking about the Russian government, not the Russian people, right? All right. So let's take a look here. Here's Kyiv. So let's get better perspective here. All of this is Ukraine. All of that is Ukraine. All right there. All of this right here is Russia. Zoom out a little bit. There goes Moscow. That's how close Moscow and Kyiv is or are. Okay. Now let's just see. So now a country, a city like this, these niggas is fucked, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. These niggas is way too close to the border. You feel me? Oh, it's pretty nice in there. So this is snap maps. You get a look. This is what this man is doing over there. I believe Russia passed out. They made a lot of these people Russian citizens. Like, Russia be playing these crazy ass games. Look at these people just going out to eat like it's just regular. Nigga, there's troops, nigga, right over the border, dog. There's troops right over the border, man. Oh, okay. Wow. So we got black people here too. Fascinating. Wow. Toby, what's up, man? Thank you for all those props you gave me. Damn, nigga got a tiger in the backyard. This is in Kharkiv, Ukraine. Oh, you're very welcome, brother. It's 2 hours ago. Okay, they're over here eating pizza. Yeah, man, just you know, just humanizing the people of Ukraine. They're just like us. There's people in the city. So yeah, man. All right. So I'm just showing you like the map of, you know, what it looks like in this part of Ukraine. These are posts, what, 6 hours ago? So people are just living their life. But, the serious part is like, you see, they're right on the edge. You see, they're right on the edge. Right here is Russia. This is Russia, beloved. All that shit is Russia. Nigga, so the troops is all up in here. They're in Belarus. The troops is all around here. Nigga, the troops is all around there, dog. And they're all up in here. This is that river that they're talking about. Let's look in Kyiv, man. Let's find out what the people is doing in Kyiv. They just living their life. Some people got the pistols, though. They ready. They're like, nigga, if Putin want to come over here, nigga, we got hot ones for him. Real shit. Shout out to the internet. Because of the internet, we're able to see all of this stuff, right? When's the last time we get to see people's lifestyles and stuff, Like, we get to humanize these people, It's actually very beautiful. Social media. Yo, this is like the calm before the storm because, nigga, Putin about to run up in this bitch, dog. All right, let's find out some more stuff. Putin could also proceed in phases more widely separated from one another. He could begin by moving forces into Belarus and then openly into Donbass, for example, then push messaging suggesting that he was done with military activities for the winter. Subsequently, limited attack phases could also include the drive along the north coast, an attack on Odessa, a drive in then Kharkiv, where we just saw, or other operations, each presenting itself a complete operation and allowing Ukrainian forces time to settle into defending new front lines in each area. We will consider more limited scenarios in more detail below. All right, so this is real war. You understand what I'm saying? This is real war, guys. This is for real. Isn't that why NATO existed, to check Russian aggression in Eastern Europe? What is Russia doing? What is NATO's not doing anything right now? How do you guys feel about that? How do you guys feel about America basically saying, nigga, we not about to send nigga no troops over there for real, nigga. You's on your own, beloved. You're on your own, beloved. How y'all feel about that? Says NATO can't fuck with Russia-China alliance. Everybody wants to avoid World War III. But so, because we don't want World War III, we're going to concede and give Russia basically whatever they want. Basically, Russia about to get whatever they want right now. Oh, let me turn off this map thing. All right, what up, Smoke Loke? I see you. Head Honcho, I ain't seen you in a minute. Beloved, peace, peace, peace. The reported plan is nevertheless a good place to begin our evaluation of the challenges of a Russian invasion of an unoccupied Ukraine would face regardless, of the validity of the objection of responses to it. All right. This evaluation can then inform our assessment. The Ukrainian military will almost certainly fight against such an invasion, for which it is now preparing. So now remember, when we went into Afghanistan, them bitch ass niggas didn't even fight. They didn't even fight against the Taliban, dog. Look, we gave hella guns and ammos to the Afghan army so they could fight. Nigga, we gave them good weapons and guns and all that shit. But then as soon as the Taliban came, them niggas just laid down and even pull a trigger. So all of them guns and ammos went directly to the Taliban. My nigga, Ukraine, nah, these niggas is like they're gonna go for their shit. And it's all crazy because they want the right to vote and have a democracy. Niggas out here talking about I don't vote. These people over here about to die so they could vote. Real shit. I don't know. That's the white man shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a little kid. Yeah, that's you know how niggas be. You know how niggas be. So is Vladimir Putin insane or is he a mastermind? I want to keep reading that article, but there's other things I want to show you guys. Shout out to everybody on Twitch, on Facebook, on YouTube. We out in this bitch. Oh man, there's so much stuff going on. I kind of felt like the reason why I went live is because I was like, dude, I'm gonna fuck around and be live, and they're about to attack like when I'm live. It feel like it's about to pop off. Don't you feel that? It feel like it's about to pop off. All right, this one I want to read to you guys. This one right here. This one crazy. This shit right here crazy. All right, check this shit out. Yeah, man, Vladimir Putin will not waste this opportunity. All right, look. Russia planning post-invasion arrest assassination campaigns in Ukraine, dog. They already ready. Like, Russia, they already did their assessments and they ready for this war, right? So they're basically saying, nigga, we're about to come take over this country. And we already know the people we want to kill. We already know the political prisoners, and maybe it might be a couple of rappers. It might be a couple of activists. You feel me? It might be a politician. These people about to be assassinated. They want to kill the education professors. Wow. Wow. I can't believe this is not on every single news station. Nigga, we about to see a war in real life. We about to see a whole nation run up in another nation, dog. Russia planning post-invasion arrest and assassination campaign in Ukraine, U.S. officials say. Intelligence on possible targets have been shared with Ukraine and other partners in the region. Yo, you know how people say, man, it's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy. Listen, man, Russia can't even do a full war without us finding out. So how can you keep these things secret? We're basically living in a time period where there's no more secrets. There's no more secrets, dog. Like we got cameras all the way in the sky that can see everything. You know what I'm saying? We got the ability to share all kind of intelligence. We know all about how. Look, I'm sitting here in Inglewood, California, reading about what Russia about to do. You know what I'm saying? Because information flies that fast. This is the information age. The United States has obtained intelligence that Russia may target prominent political opponents, anti-corruption activists, and dissidents living in exile should it move forward, which it will, as United States President Joe Biden warned on Thursday that the country remains very high that it will happen within the next several days. 4 people familiar with the United States intelligence said that Russia has drafted lists of Ukrainian political figures and other prominent individuals to be targeted for either arrest or assassination in the event of a Russian assault on Ukraine. A 5th person, a United States official who spoke on the condition of anonymity, said that the United States has been downgrading its intelligence classification regarding threats to specific groups within Ukraine to share this information with the Ukrainian government and other parties in the region so they can help. So what they're saying is normally we wouldn't give this information up, because the fact that we give it up, Russia's gonna know who is like snitching, you know what I'm saying, and put it in nigga knees. So normally we wouldn't give up that information, but because sleeper cells, but because like it's bracking, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna go ahead and do that. A spokesperson for the Ukrainian president Zelensky did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Yo, Sterling, I want to know for real. Sterling, how do you feel? Should Zelensky leave? What should he do? Should he stay there? He can't fight. Like, he's a sitting duck. He's basically a sitting duck. He said he can't leave? Nah, he can leave. He went to, he just got back in town. Oh, I think you're saying he shouldn't leave. I see what you're saying. What's beef? This shit is real beef right here, dog. This shit is real beef. This shit is real beef, dog. Hey, Pel Ben, it's back on you if you want to call, dog. All right, a spokesperson for the Ukrainian, he said this shit been going on forever, said Mr. Flu. All right, as we've seen in the past, we expect Russia will try to force cooperation through intimidation and repression. These acts, which in past, no, I'm not buying nothing. These acts, which in past Russian operations included targeted killings, kidnappings, forced disappearances, detentions, the use of torture, would likely target those who oppose Russian actions, including Russian dissidents in exile in Ukraine, journalists, LGBTQ people, dog, ethnic minorities. Those are the blacks and the Muslims. Look, the gays, nigga, they're dog, dude. Russia is not. This is not America. In America, it's like you could be gay, you could say how you feel, all of that shit. Not in Russia. Not in Russia, beloved. The Biden administration has also been startled by how formalized the lists are, which appear to target anyone who could challenge Russian agenda. Wow, anyone. The Five Eyes intelligent partners have also tracked Russian intelligence agencies such as FSB and the GRU, building up targets and kill lists. One congressional aide, speaking anonymously, said that the moves were typical of Russian doctrine, using armed forces to seize military objectives, while special operators shape the conflict and intelligent operators come into the country to get rid of opposition elements. Wow, this shit is crazy, man. How y'all feel, man? How y'all feel, dog? This shit is like, this war is right around the corner, dog. This shit is for real. This shit is not a game, dude. You say terrible? Well, Putin has no choice in order to stay in power. Really? I thought he put himself in, like his president for the next, like, what, 20 years or something? I thought he was like, yeah, in power for like 20 years or something. That might be in China. Yeah, this shit is real war. See, what's different about like the Afghanistan and shit like that was, you know what I'm saying? That was us like basically bombing them, and we just wanted to like we didn't want to occupy it. We didn't literally try to steal the land from them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't the objective. The objective was to, you know what I'm saying, was to put our people in power, basically. So this shit right here, this is how empires used to be all the time. Like, this is the story of the medieval, you know what I mean, the Visigoths running over to the what was it called? The House of Aragon, those people, and fighting them and taking over the city, and then it goes back the other way, or you know, Morocco running up in Mali and taking Timbuktu. You know what I mean? Like, I've read in history these stories all the time, but none of this has happened in the age of like high tech guns and drones and stuff. You know what I'm saying? All of that stuff happened with fucking muskets and, you know what I'm saying, and swords and, you know what I mean, and rifles. You know what I mean? Now we have high-tech intelligences and fucking smart bombs and all kind of shit. Wow. The first official noted that dissidents from Russia and Belarus were a brutal crackdown on dissidents following mass protests in 2020. Wow. That face particularly, they're basically saying you might want to flee. They're basically saying, like, if you're a part of that protest, you might want to get the hell up out of there. Unlike Ukrainian citizens, they require visas to travel to other countries in Europe. Fernak Vyakorka, a senior advisor to the Belarusian opposition leader, Svatlana Tiganasukaya said that his team had issued sets of specific recommendation to Belarusians living in Ukraine in the event of a Russian attack, but they had not been informed of a specific threat to Belarusian dissidents. Russia has amassed 150,000 troops near the border of Ukraine. Let me show you guys. Let me show you. I got a map. Let me show you guys what that looks like. How they got these niggas surrounded. Let me show you what this looks like. Let me see. There we go. Let's see. Let me go this way. Washington Post. I thought this shit was damn, I need what's the name? Oh, my bad. I need New York Times. My bad, y'all. Russia stokes Ukraine tension evacuations with missile tests. You see, they fucking around, dog. They fucking doing missile tests and shit. Golly, dude. These niggas is agitating. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is agitating. Where's that map I'm looking for? Oh, well. Putin's obsession with Ukraine. I'm going to read that in a second. I want to get back to this. So it says, the U.S. ambassador to the organization, or whatever, Michael Carpenter said on Friday, United States assessed that Russia has amassed between 170,000 to 190,000 personnel near and in Ukraine. A sharp increase from the end of January. Large scale and unusual military activities. So let me tell you what that means. So they got like field hospitals, like they're putting up field hospitals and shit, you know what I mean? Because they're expecting their people to get shot. They're expecting bloodshed, right? So they're getting supplies and stuff ready. That's the kind of shit they doing. Getting computers set up. You know what I mean? They're chiefs and generals, so they have a place to, you know what I mean, conduct their business and shit. You know what I mean? All of that. They're trying to figure out places where guys are going to sleep and rest. You know what I'm saying? It's war. I ain't talking about a couple gangbangers pulling triggers, nigga. I'm talking about real war. All right, guys, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to come back a little later. I'm going to I'm going to stay live on this. So, you know, I'm going to pop up every so often. You feel me? Like maybe a couple times throughout the day type shit. Because it's going to happen sometime soon. You know what I'm saying? So just remember that if you guys see me go live, it's really going to be about this for the next couple days. Real shit. Not going to lie to you. The next attack is planned to begin. Russian missiles and bombs will drop across Ukraine. Communications will be jammed. Cyber attacks will shut down key Ukrainian institutions. Cyber attacks. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Yella. After that, he said Russian tanks and soldiers will advance on key targets that have already been identified and mapped out in detailed plans. We believe these targets include Ukraine's capital, Kyiv. 3 million people. Wow. Yo, Putin's going for the whole enchilada. That nigga's going for it all, dog. Yeah, my company has ramped up cybersecurity this week. What about the kids in this? Since its government service and people companies know Russia will go cyber. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Just like let this sink in, dog. Like we're about to see a whole nation like just get ran up in. You know what I mean? They're gonna bomb shit. It's gonna be quick. It's gonna be quick. I wonder how is it gonna look throughout like the rest of the world though? Like I wonder how like Russia is about to run up. Like I heard Kamala Harris basically talking about, oh well, we're gonna do all kind of sanctions and sanctions and sanctions and sanctions. It's like, dude, there was supposed to be sanctions after Crimea. Russia don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, Russia, them sanctions ain't shit no more. You know? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? I just wonder how the international community is going to respond because this is not normal. Like, this is not, like, it's one thing that Russia be doing sly shit under the table, but they about to for real just run up in another nigga country. Like we're just going to go to the Olympics like everything's all good? Like, we're just going to act like everything's all good here? Yeah, China's the big player. Hey, I'm glad you said that, Mr. Flu. China is the big player. You know what I'm saying? China's the big player. And low-key, China got Russia back. Not even low-key. China is top dog, yep. It's basically United States and our allies versus China and their allies. Those are the two world powers right there. It's a damn shame we don't have Africa nowhere up in there. Right? Because you got, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's see. In his speech, Blinken, that's the secretary, briefly alluded to United States intelligence indicating Russia would target political opponents with arrests or assassinations. And conventional attacks are not all that Russia plans to inflict upon the people of Ukraine. We have information that indicates Russia will target specific groups of Ukrainians. Damn, they already know, dude. They already know. We're going to go after the Ukrainians that are this particular age, or like the conservatives, or you feel me? Like the racist or what. They already know who they're going to go after. You know what I'm saying? On Friday, Russian-backed separatists in eastern Ukraine announced plans to evacuate civilians to Russia, accusing the Ukrainian government of plotting an assault on the region. Whatever. Ukrainian foreign minister categorically denied. Yeah, false flags. A lot of false flags going on. A report published earlier this week by the British defense think tank, based on interviews, alleged that the Russian security services had extensive penetration of Ukrainian local government structures and government in the event of a Russian invasion. Yo, it's about to be crazy. This shit about to be crazy.